Is it 8? Or we come on 1 minute before 8? We give only a little lie up there 1 minute before. Just waiting for a few of you to come in. Not very many. Hi Stacy. Hi Leonie. How are you doing? I hope you all had wonderful weeks. Hey Burns, how was your week? I thought you were supposed to send me some recipes. Hey Burns, where are my recipes? Hi Christine. Why am I not seeing my live that is shared? I'm trying to share the live on both pages to make sure that everybody is on.
Probably should do the same.
Yeah, please do. Antoinette, Carla, how you going? Is the show coming up? A girl show coming up? Alright.
It only have one superpower.
Hi Antoinette, hi Christine. Rodney's sharing the live because Rodney has a fan club of his own, so so the audio is good. Tell me the audio is good. Hi Cado, how you doing, boy? Well, happy birthday, my sweet. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Hi Daryl. A link? Did you send me a link in my inbox, Birds? I didn't see that at all. Hi Jermaine. Welcome everybody, welcome. I'm seeing Rodney Alexander is watching. Well, he better be watching. He better be on the live. Rodney Christine is saying hi. So hi guys. Welcome to this week's edition of the V Spot. I think we have a wonderful session planned for you this evening, and I think you'll really enjoy it. I am joined this evening by my wonderful friend, bass player, songwriter, arranger, my driver, what else? Is almost everything. Almost get me drunker. I'm gonna tell you that story. Later down in the life, I'm gonna tell you that story. But yes, I'm joined by Rodney this evening. Before we get into Rodney, you know, I just always have a couple of house announcements or a couple of things that I want to mention. I want to pay particular mention this evening to a friend of mine who, again, ex-Petrotrin employee who's doing her thing, recently opened her own practice in Gulfview, Dr. Nitya Ramkaran Singh. She's wonderful. So for those of you looking for a general practitioner, looking for a doctor, Dr. Nitya Ramkaran Singh, I will not recommend her to you if I didn't think she was fabulous. She is fabulous, a wonderful doctor, great spirit. So I'm recommending you all. She's at Coral Drive in Gulfview. So if you're looking for a GP, check out Dr. Nitya Ramkaran Singh and her new practice at Coral Drive in Gulfview. So yes guys, because it's Rods, I need to give him all the time he deserves. So for those of you who don't know Rodney, you have a musician's page?
I'm working on it.
Yeah, right, because you know you want to develop your own fan club and whatnot, so you want to make sure people could keep in touch with you and whatnot. So hi Kenny. Thanks to everyone who's joining us on this live.
Kenny Phillips?
Nah, not Kenny Phillips. If it's Kenny Phillips, I wouldn't welcome him to this live. Kenny Phillips needs to stay off my live. You understand? Verns Dykstra. Jody. Hey, look my Tobago friend Jody boy. With the light hands. Jody, there's a secret, eh? We can't just bust out that talk just so. Jody, welcome to our live this evening. Welcome. So, as I said, the purpose of the live series is, it's going to serve, well, I guess, several purposes. I said I wanted to basically find a spot where people could come in, talk about entrepreneurship, talk about art, talk about music, talk about entertainment, and just sometimes maybe just chat about life. Right, so last week we had a wonderful guest in Lyndon McClashy who is a renal failure patient, and he came to talk to us last week about his intention to, sorry about the phone, his intention to open a dialysis center in and around the community of Point Fortin. So today we're in art, music, and we're featuring bassman Rodney Alexander. So Rodney, I want you to start off by basically, because I want them to give you, I want you to give them a history of who Rodney Alexander is from when you started up until the point Rodney in January 2019. So give us in some sort of order how you got to this point, where you started and then how you got to this point.
Good night, everyone. Happy New Year, firstly. Well, my family, basically everybody play music. I grew up in a household where you didn't have a choice. It's just natural. You come from school, somebody playing something. My father played piano in school, in church.
Right.
I grew up and seeing him doing this, and automatically my cousins was playing as well. So it's just like music was around.
Right.
And then from there, I decided, you know what, it was natural for me to just gravitate to an instrument, one way or the other. So a lot of people don't believe I started playing guitar first.
Oh, okay.
And while playing guitar, I was hearing stuff, but I couldn't express it how I wanted on the guitar. So I remember this distinctively. One time playing in church, my brother, he was playing bass, and I was just sitting there, and he asked me, Rodney, you know what, I want to play drums. You want to play bass? And I was like, yeah. I was playing, and this is the first time ever holding a bass, or even touching a bass. And I took the bass, and I played. To what extent, I don't know.
You ain't so sure.
I don't know, but I'm almost sure that I wasn't playing a whole heap of nonsense. I sure that I take it.
Well, I hope so. They might have put you on the pulpit.
Yes. So, and from there, I just grew a passion for the bass and started practicing. I was living bass guitar, eating, drinking, everything from the time I get up. And you know, the funny thing is that I look at my son now.
Right.
And I am seeing myself in him where the guitar is concerned. He will, as he come off his bed before he go to school, he will jump on the bass. He have to practice like 10 to 15 minutes every day.
That's wonderful, man.
Whether I am there, he will practice. And he have this passion for the bass.
Right.
Now we tried giving him piano lessons, which he's doing presently. But this bass is like, it's natural for him.
So you see a lot of yourself in him.
Yes.
But where did you start playing? You started playing in church?
Church, yeah.
Right.
And then from there, bounced up my good friend Jason Bishop.
Ha, Bish boy.
Yeah, Jason Bishop. Yeah. And both of us, we had this passion for making it as a musician. So we started working very hard, like practicing. Both of us spent a lot of time practicing, trying to make it as a musician. What it is, we don't know. Still trying to make
Let me tell you something. We all looking for that elusive
it.
We still don't know what it is, but we're trying to make it still.
Yes.
So I understand.
So yeah, we ended up meeting Nia George. We
Right.
had this small little combo side before. Nia George took that same side and we turned it into Invasion.
So you played with the band Invasion,
Invasion.
and you're talking about from its first iteration, from the beginning of
From
Invasion.
birth, yeah, from birth. Fear and Lions wasn't even a part of Invasion yet.
When you started,
Yeah.
right?
So as time went along, Fear was part of Invasion, but as time went along, playing Invasion with Invasion, I knew my potential was limited.
Right.
Although I was enjoying what I was doing, it was like a family and everything, I knew I wanted to do more.
Right.
And then my style of playing, I think I was kind of like shaping the type of music at the time.
Right.
Because I think soca was sounding a certain way. And when I came into soca, I was adding me to soca.
Right, which is important,
Yeah.
because as musicians we all need to add a
Yeah.
part of who we are to what we do.
Yeah.
So Invasion, when they had that hit Trinidad, you were playing with them?
Yeah, 2000, 2003, Trinidad and Display when Fear won road match as well. Yeah, those were good days, really good days, really good days.
Invasion.
Then when after Invasion separated, I went on to play Alison Hines for a while.
But then how did you move from Invasion? Okay, how did you get that call to play for Alison Hines? How did that happen?
Wow, so after Invasion was separated, was no more, I went on the cruise ship for like a year.
Right.
At that point in time, yeah, I went for a year. And when I came back, I got this call from Hess bass player, Ryan. Yeah, both of us was really good at the point in time. Well, we good still. And he said, well, Rodney, I know Allison is looking for a bass player. Are you interested? I say, yeah. I say, it's an audition, and he said, no, it's not an audition. Let's come now, let's go. And I was nervous, honestly, because I grew up seeing Allison.
Of course, this is Allison Hines.
This is Allison Hines. And this is like that was like a big thing, like, hey, how I going to act when I go in this room? I started learning, from the time of the phone call, I started learning
all material, of course, so
started,
that you have to be prepared for this.
And first rehearsal, I was nervous, yes, but it was good. And from there, that was it. Allison, the first day she met me, it was like chemistry.
Yeah, she seems to be a wonderful person, and I
Yes.
met her in Barbados. And when I met her in Barbados last year, I actually did mention to her, I said, I stole your bass player. And she said, so I said, Rodney. She said, oh, and she started talking about how she loved Rodney, and Rodney's so sweet. And how long did you play for Allison for, though?
I worked with her for like about 5 or 6 years.
Touring the world.
Yeah.
You always tell me about the fact that you traveled so much with Allison. And you know, we would never think that Allison's doing that amount of traveling.
I didn't think so as well, because with Invasion we traveled, but when I started with Allison, it was like different places I've never experienced in my whole life.
Right. And what was the response to soca music and to Allison in those places?
Royalty. Allison outside of the Caribbean is like royalty.
Wow.
I think we don't appreciate Allison like the people appreciate her outside. So it's like the people I went to some places where I think people didn't even know soca, but when we started playing it's like people will sing lyrics word for word.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That was nice. That was nice.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So you played with Allison, and then what happened to what made you decide to, or did you leave, or what happened? Why you became now accessible to us?
Okay. Well,
Hi Max.
well, before I get to that, being around with Allison, I was introduced to a lot of different type of music because we used to play in a lot of music festivals. So a lot of music festivals we would go to, I would meet different musicians and I was exposed to a lot of different type of music, which was a good thing. And while I was there, I was like kind of like thinking to myself, all right, Rodney, yes, I love what I'm doing, but I still not I can't express myself or want to.
Even playing.
Yeah, even playing, yeah. Because you know, soca, yes, it's very nice, but there's only so much you can do. You have to keep the pocket.
Right.
Yeah. So as
So
much as
you're not that ability to express and create.
No, you can't do what you want. You won't keep the game.
Understood. And then, I mean, I think I gave you this joke about Allison already. I remember the first time my father here, Rodney played. My father said, hey, your bassman good? I say, yeah. I say, my bassman best boy. I say, my bassman used to play with Allison Hines. And yeah, who Allison Hines? He Calypso. And I said, yeah. He said, and he playing behind you now? I said, yes. He said, well, he must be very disappointed. Of course, we know when he's talking about Allison. He said, well, he must be very disappointed playing behind you now. It was so funny. He's like, my father, this is my father. I have my father who 50% of his DNA responsible for what I look like. I will say what? So you moved on. You moved on because you wanted more.
Yes. It was a tough decision because Alice is such a nice person.
Yeah.
I always tell you that she reminds me a lot of you, but you remind me a lot of her.
Minus the shape and
it's like what you see off stage is what you would see on stage. She's just a nice person.
Right.
Overall.
And that's wonderful. It's always wonderful when we could speak about each other like that.
Yeah.
You know, that we could speak about our colleagues, our musical colleagues, as people who respect us, or people who are nice people. That's kind of important. So it was hard for you to leave, but you left.
But I left. Well, I met Terrence while playing with Allison, and I expressed to Terrence exactly what I just expressed here. I really wanted to play more. I was feeling like, you know what, I'm not being pushed to my full potential. And Terry was like, Rodney, you sure, boy? You sure you want to do what you want to do? He said, like, you didn't make enough money across there. I said, it's not about the money, you know, it's just that I want to play more.
Right.
And Terry was like, oh, so what, you want to come over in the jazz? And Terry was watching me like, you crazy? You know, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, I want to play. And Terry was like, okay, very ambitious, I must say. And I think it was a year passed after that, and I decided, you know what, I probably really need to no, it wasn't easy, but I decided to just try something new. It had nothing to do with no bad blood or anything like
Nothing
that.
like that. You just wanted something different for yourself.
Yeah.
And you're entitled to that. You know the trajectory of how you want your career to go, what fulfills you, I guess, and sometimes you have to make decisions that support that, you know?
And
What was your favorite Alison Hinds song to play though?
I would say Follow My. Follow My is where I would get to come in front of the stage. I would get to come in front of the stage and just goes to be I like that.
If you're the ding ding ding, of course.
So she would give me that spotlight. She would just tell me, Rodney, come in front.
Yeah, you just go.
But she knew I guess everybody know I'm kind of shy when it comes to the big audience.
Yeah.
So she used to rub it in. So every time I say Ali,
Don't
not
do that.
tonight, not tonight. She would just rub it in.
She setting you up.
So yeah.
Let me just say hi to a few people who are looking on. Clara, Darren Dyer, Ray Jose, hi. Hi Ray. Hi Lyndon McClashy. Thanks for coming on last week. We have Big Up Rodney says showing Jackie.
Hey.
We have Colleen Branch, Dick, we have Fayola, Arlene. Look, Anjani, you're on my live. Winston Payne, hi Arlene, Ronald Jackman. All of you who are looking on, I'm really, really happy that you're joining us. Rodney is wonderful. Alison Shegri, Neil, Leslie Ann. Thank you all for logging on. We have one of our music's teachers, Indira
Nicole.
Sundar Singh.
Nicole.
Indira is music teacher.
Hi.
Luan, hi. Hi Julie. Nicole Roberts Julian. I don't know who's Nicole. You know
That's
Nicole?
Michaela's sister.
Hi Nicole. Hi Daniel. Hey Daniel, you see I spotted these earrings that I'm wearing, supplied by Daniel John, right down the road from me here. Daniel, actually this is the first time I'm wearing them, so yes. So Darren is saying that jazz followers are really happy that you made that move. So hi Panjam, Biki and Cupid. So okay, so you moved on to playing with, so Terry would have been the first person you'd have played with after that Alison move?
Yeah, and the irony of the whole thing is that Terry, before I met Terry, that time, I was like checking out Terry music now.
Right.
And
For those of you who don't know, Terrence Shaw is the guitar player in this country. I mean, there are others who are really good
I
as well.
respect everybody,
yeah, but Terrence
Terry
Shaw.
is like,
yeah,
Terry's my mentor.
Yeah, Terry is wonderful. Terry is wonderful. So you played with Terry. Tell me, how did that start? What was the first gig you did with Terry?
So Terry,
and how was that?
Well, when I left Alison, I decided I was just going to like practice and spend some time developing myself. When I get called for a gig, I should be able to execute.
Right.
As much as I want to express myself, I must be able to execute when I get the call.
Right.
So the first call I got was Terry. Working with Terry was like, heart was beating.
Terry's a little intenser, guys.
Yeah.
Fabulously talented, but a little intenser. You'll want to do your best with Terry, you know?
You want to do your best, and Terry is really good too. So like Terry will be playing, and you say, Rodney, but you just played it? You said, Terry not play. He said, no, you didn't play that, you played this. So yeah. So Terry really helped me with my bass playing and development.
Right.
As a musician and a bass player, because I used to take Terry music and transcribe, like try to figure out some of the stuff he did, even in soloing. And up to this day, a lot of time when Terry solo on stage, I'll be just looking at Terry. Like,
We always be looking at Terry like, seriously, man, we just do them, man.
Yes.
What was that?
And he's aware of it. He knows I listen to different stuff from him. You know that.
I'm sure he doesn't mind. Terry is also one of my mentors. When I first got into jazz in Trinidad and Tobago, Terry was the person I kind of followed around like a real puppy. I used to leave library and head up by Terry's house, and we would just sit down and play music, learn songs. And Terry's a wonderful friend up till this day. We still play together. He still plays with me. I will still sing on his gigs and whatnot. Terry is a wonderful mentor for any younger musician to have, you know?
Yeah. And through Terry, I ended up meeting Bonnet Bigfoot. Imagine we from Point 14. I want to say this. We're from Point 14, and I played jazz with Terrence Shaw before Bonnet Bigfoot. Bonnet, what do you have to say for that?
I don't know, you know. But to be honest, I had known about you, but I had known about you on the Calypso circuit. I didn't even know that you were off of that and playing with Terry really. I didn't know, so you can't fault me for what I know. I can't hire you if I know you're doing it. But since we started playing, have I ever looked back?
No.
Well, I have nothing like Lot wife. I don't look back. I'm heading forward all the time. So, let's play maybe just a little verse and a little piece of Old Devil Moon, which is a jazz standard, a really popular jazz standard based on voice, because we did promise you all that we'd be playing a little too. In A, Old Devil Moon. Hi, Rosie locked on from St. Vincent. Woo! Yes, Sheena, we know. Hi, Mark.
Sheena.
Woo! Old Devil Moon. I look at you and suddenly something in your eyes I see soon begin bewitching me. It's that old devil moon that you stole from the sky. It's that old devil moon in your eyes. You and your glance make this romance too hard to handle. Stars in the sky shining their light can't hold a candle to your razzle dazzle. You got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride full of butterflies inside. I wanna cry, wanna laugh like a loon. It's that old devil moon in your eyes. That's right, Calico Mondays. So we're playing with Terry. You playing with Vonette. Who else do you play with? Well, who else? Well, I should ask who you don't play with. Because Rodney plays with everybody. Rodney is so busy. Oh my gosh. How do you do it? Who else? Would you say
Ilan
is your
Pali.
regular?
Ming got it Ilan Pali. That gig was like, woo!
Yes.
Coming after show on Friday.
Yeah.
Show on Friday had the city on lock
Yeah.
for a while, for years. Big up to my good friend Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah, Sean really was willing to move on and do other things. And he's like, "Rodney, you want this gig for you?" I was like, yeah.
Oh, why not?
Why not?
I want that gig and I ain't a bass player.
It's big. So yeah, I think I was really fortunate to end up playing for some of the giants in Trinidad.
Yeah.
When it comes to jazz, soca, across the board, gospel, everything.
Yeah.
I will give up my
Man, I'm telling you, I sing with Ilan Pali at times. Ming is also another mentor, a wonderful friend. Ming is like, I don't know, man. Ming is like, sometimes Ming is the first person I just message when I get up in the morning. I just say, oi, they go. Or he might say, oi, Labre. Ming is the person I like to bounce ideas off of.
Ideas endless.
I'm telling you,
Endless.
like he don't sleep, boy.
Endless. So like with Ming, if for those who don't know, like working with Ming, you will come to rehearsal, you'll practice this. Next rehearsal, you'll say, hey, we're doing that thing, we're doing this. So you have to come with an open mind.
Yeah. And be on your toes all the time.
All the time.
So Ilan Pali, anyone else?
Yes.
Of the new group, yes.
Anthony Woodruff.
Tony
Paul. Yeah.
Gosh, it's like one tight little circle here, boy, because everybody playing, all of us play together.
Dean Williams.
Dean.
Yeah. And I must make mention to this new group that I'm playing with right now, Ijo. A bunch of creative minds. That is basically the best way to play.
Yeah.
When we come together, it's just magic. It's just the chemistry amongst us. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. I look forward to great things from that group. The aggregation is a very wonderful aggregation of creatives, and I look forward to because when you have groups like that and everybody's encouraging one another and bouncing ideas off of one another, sometimes you get some funky, 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 funky stuff, boy. Hi Adam, hi Daya, hi Lisa. Thanks for joining us. Somebody saying don't forget you play with Sound Coach. You play with Sound Coach?
Yes, I play with Sound Coach.
Well, while we're here saying that Rodney played with Sound Coach, let me just make a little mention of something. Rodney's son, Music, in the last school's parent competition we had in November in Point Fortin. Rodney's son, Music, who he was telling you all the time, playing on. Music was playing the Quattro. Next thing you know, Music win best Quattro man in the competition.
And he was only playing Quattro for 2 weeks.
Best Quattro man, so guess what? Another Alexander musician. I'll share some videos with Music sometime in the future and you'll see what I'm talking about. Pure Rodney, man, pure Rodney. And not don't vex with me, Haley. Happy birthday, Haley. But don't vex with me, but Music is plenty Rodney. So, alright, tell me about, like I have a couple, tell me about how you balance, because I'm telling you all, Rodney is forever busy. Most of the stuff happens in Port of Spain. Rodney lives in Point Fortin. How do you manage your time, or how do you balance this, what I call limited time? Because you have a family, you have a son, Music is doing exams and things too. How do you balance it?
You have to find the time.
Yeah.
You have to prioritize. There are things that are important and there are things that are not so important. So music is very important to me. Like music playing,
yes.
But my son development and family is very important to me as well. So as much as I would take a gig, and I will always find time to do what I'm supposed to do. Family.
Yeah.
It's very important.
And I see the pictures, I say, and I realize you and Music are very close to. There's a real connection between, I guess, maybe two. He's looking, that's what they do. The children, they're looking on at us, and we see so much of ourselves in them. I see so much of you in him. Like I see a lot of me in Isaiah sometimes, and it's extremely scary. But they actually, and they really only want a little of our time and attention, and we really had to try and make that time. I'm speaking to Rodney, but I'm speaking to me too, because sometimes, whew.
Yeah. I think for music too, he just want to be around me. Sometimes I just have to tell Music, you know, this gig, I will finish at 12 o'clock tonight. Because he just want to come, he just want to be around the music, he want to be on stage, he want to feel what it feel like. And yes, he got best Quattro player, and he got $300. That $300 was a blessing and a curse. Because that was his first gig in his mind, his first official gig. So he got paid on his gig. So after he was like, Daddy, so this is what it feel like to get paid when after you do a gig. I want a gig from now on, boys. I want a gig anywhere you go, any gig you have, I don't want you to give me, right?
We started it from young.
I had to explain to him. I said, no, it's not like that all the time.
Yeah, so the music you're hearing in the background is, of course, the Trini Jazz project, which was produced by Ming, as we were speaking about, Ming, who we were speaking about before. And on that Trini Jazz CD, we have two of Rodney's compositions. The first one is my favorite, maybe on the whole CD, and plenty. That is a song called Country that for me represents the beauty, the togetherness, the sweetness about where we live. You understand? And if you haven't gotten that Trini Jazz CD, you should get a copy and listen to Rodney's tracks. The other track is named after your son, Music. Two wonderful tracks on the Trini Jazz CD. So I don't know if you're going to be hearing it in the rotation here, but that's Rodney's two songs. Hi, Risha. Shirlan Griffith is watching. Will he bet? Hi, Shirlan. So yeah, recently you completed the artist diploma at UTT, and that's something that was really interesting to me, because I was wondering, okay, this gentleman who from Captiville Point Fortin decides to sign up for this program where he has to go to Port of Spain almost every single day. Now I'm saying Rodney's gigging all the time. Rodney's playing with some of the best musicians in the country. Why does he feel he needs to? Why you feel you needed to do that? Because you were gigging. It's not a what. Is there something that you needed to accomplish, or what persuaded you to sign up for that program and to take that because it was a lot?
It was a lot. First day in UTT, everybody was like, Rodney, you come here to teach. You ain't come here to teach. You're a student here.
Exactly.
Like that. So it's
Exactly.
like, what are you doing here? Everybody's like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? But for me, it's a musician must always try to develop yourself. You can't think to yourself you know everything. And for me, learning, I never officially had a music teacher.
Right.
So going to UTT was taking that next step and giving myself options. I wouldn't be able to play music all the days of my life. And at least I should give myself an option.
Right.
Like to be able to teach or and going to UTT was basically wanting to better myself as a musician.
Yes.
So going to UTT, Terry basically was kind of like the person who was kind of giving me that drive, because at times I wanted to drop out of UTT.
I'm sure.
And
It had times
was
I
tough.
wanted to drop out of UTT on your behalf.
It was tough.
Because I was it's like Rodney tired.
Yes, and Caitlin, who was my I did double bass in UTT, for those who don't know classical double bass, and it was tough. Not having an instrument, one, coming from Point 14
Yeah. Every
day and gigging, so I had to find time to do schoolwork and learn people music to go on the gig and not mess up, and be punctual in class.
Yeah.
and not fail courses.
Yeah.
So it was tough.
I'm telling you, and maybe this is the first time that I'm telling you that, but I am extremely proud of you that you were able to finish that program, because I know that it could not have possibly been easy. I know that there were times that you were tired, and to stick with it, I think it shows a lot of resilience on your part, and I am extremely proud that you were able to finish, and because I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you really didn't have to do it.
I didn't have
and
to.
it showed that the music matters to you.
Yeah.
Not just playing the music, but all aspects of the music matter. Of course, and it's a good example for your son as well too.
Yeah.
You understand? Somebody saying one of the most professional and hard-working musicians I've ever met. This is Ryan Chaitra.
Oh.
This is the same guy.
Yes.
Ryan, so when are we meeting, boy? You're really elusive, I need to meet you. Hi, Bev. Guys, please remember to share this live. All of you who are here now, I should have said so before. If you are here on the live, please share it. We want to get the message out. We want to get Rodney's story out. We want to get the message of the V-Spot. Please share the live. Hashtag the V-Spot. Hashtag Von and Bigford. Any one of those hashtags. But please share the live so that other people could have access to it. Please. I'm trying to get the word out, trying to develop and kind of a funky kind of series here, so help me share the live by just click and share or tag your friends or something like that, and let's kind of get the message out. Hi Lisa, I'm glad you're enjoying. Cheryl Paul says congratulations on your achievement. Let's play something now. We want to play. Watch now, Rodney's the boss, and Rodney, tell me what you play tonight.
I tell you.
Yeah, because this is Rodney interview, so I just had to figure out. Anna Lynch. What's up, girl? Let me see. This is a song I always love singing. Free concert and all the boyfriend tonight. Free concert. I know that. From the very first time I placed my eyes on you, my heart said follow through. But I know now that I'm way out, and the waiting here feels right. So don't treat me like a puppet on a string. I wanna know how to do my thing. Don't talk to me as if you think I'm dumb, boy. I wanna know where you're coming from. I don't wanna wait till Glad that it's better.
Oh, it's been 3 years since I'm knocking on your door.
Thanks, guys.
And I still can knock some more. Ooh boy, is it feasible for me to knock some more? Ooh, in life I know it's not so pretty, but your love is my relief. Tears in my eyes burn, tears in my eyes burn, while I'm waiting for my turn. I don't want no wait in vain for your love. I don't want no wait in vain for your love. I don't want no wait in vain for your love. I don't want no wait in vain.
Waiting in Vain by, of course, Bob Marley. Rodney Alexander on bass. Isn't he wonderful? Smooth and soulful. Brenda, thank you. Thanks for the feedback, guys. You know, it's a work in progress, so it's just me and the sound man here, and the sound man happens to be the man that I'm married to. So I was up and down here just trying to make sure that this works. Okay, so I'm glad you all enjoyed that. Well, hi everybody who's on Ikeon. Oh God, somebody say, oh God, man, ready, the mood set. Oh, they go ahead and make sure not me and Rodney is straight here. Not me, you know. Both of us have one, eh? Go ahead. Go ahead and take chain up. No. So, tell me something. Okay, tell me who's your favorite bass player?
Locally?
No.
Okay. Well, there's a couple bass players that
I say
really
one. Call three and zero it down to one.
All right. If I had to say one, I would say Wayman Tisdale.
Yes, you okay.
Wayman Tisdale, he's not the most complex player, but very soulful. He did something to my playing. From the first day I heard him.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay, top three.
Top three.
Add two to that.
I would say Richard Bona,
Right.
Marcus Miller.
Well, of course. I thought Marcus had to read the top
Not
three.
call Marcus Miller, music will kill me. And Wayman Tisdale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about your influences in terms of your style, the style that you've developed. Who, apart from who are your favorite players, but who are the people that you really sat down and listened to and who influenced your sound?
The biggest influence I would say Albert Bush.
Bush
Albert
boy.
Albert
Big up to Bush. Solid bass player.
Yes, solid.
Yeah.
Albert, I mean, it don't get better than Albert.
Yeah.
The first time I heard Albert, he was playing, I think he was with David Rudder in Barbados.
Right.
And Albert I was like, you know, he was playing some really nice stuff, but the tone was ridiculous. And everywhere here, Albert, you will hear the same tone. So it had this one time we was in New York, and after Albert played, I walked up to him, I was asked, I said, Albert, how you get that sound, that tone? And he shared with me some of his tricks, and he told me to basically experiment with different strings and look for a song, try to find a song on the guitar.
Right.
Look for the song. It's there, I had to find it. So yeah, it worked for me, and I guess I have my song, I don't sound like it.
Definitely, you definitely
But
have your own
I
song.
was trying at that point in time, I was trying to sound like him. Rodney, I guess.
Well, let me tell you something. That's the processor. I remember while I was at Berkeley, a workshop we did with Terry Lynn Carrington, and the slogan she used was, the first thing was imitate, emulate, imitate, initiate. And basically she said that's the process for all musicians. You see somebody, you like the person. So I like a certain singer. And I start off by trying to sound like that singer until you get to the point where you're comfortable enough to sound like, to be yourself. So that's the process. So like some people seem to get kind of, when they say that, wait boy, at a certain point all I was trying to do is sound like Bush, but that's the process. If after 15 years you're still trying to sound like Bush, there's something wrong.
And then the next thing is that I have my voice, so even if I might try to play the same thing Bush play, it just will not sound like him.
Of course.
It just will not sound like him.
Of course,
so,
because you're Rodney.
Yeah.
You're Rodney M. Alexander.
Yeah,
Hi Sharon. Hi Arlene. All of you joining us. Please share the live. Just a reminder to share the live so we can get the message out. Hashtag the V Spot or hashtag Vonette Bigford. Share the live. So I'm just making sure I have all my questions covered for some of your local influences. People whose music you listen to locally and who really had an impact on you.
Vonette Bigford.
Hi. Well, it better be because you're in my house. Because if you want the eject button to hit you right now.
Ejo music too. For real, David Rudder, I must say David Rudder, Xander, Clive, yo. Carlton music, that Cool Pot band.
Yeah, that Cool Pot band was wicked.
Ridiculous.
Yes, that Cool Pot. Carlton's arrangements and Carlton's ideas are so complex, but complex. But simple, but and beautiful.
Andrew Tanka. Yeah. Andrew Tanka. Terrence Shaw. Those were the people that I used to really like on repeat.
Yeah. So guys, just a little message here. I'm having my twigs, just like Rodney is. We're both having twigs. Could you imagine? Rodney, big man like Rodney, come asking for tea, boy. Where's that one? So we're both having twigs, carnelian tea. If you see in our little Twigs teapot, so big up to Twigs Naturals. Thank you very much for this. Thank you for endorsing the V Spot. Y'all are wonderful, Cheryl and Nigel.
So if so this year I'm celebrating almost 20 years.
Right.
In music, professionally, and I'm going to be doing presently I'm about to work on my album.
Nice.
It's been long.
Yes.
To make it. To a lot of people have been asking me, Rodney, why I don't do something, why I don't create an album, So yes, I'm going to do it this year, and it's going to finish this year.
Okay.
And I'm going to be doing 2 shows this year. I know I've been telling V for the longest while I wanted, like 2 years now. Yeah. I just didn't want to do a show because everybody doing shows.
And you don't have to feel pressured into doing that. You don't have to. So timing is everything.
Timing is everything, and I think this is the time. Time is right. So I'm going to be working on 2 shows, and I'm going to do my project as well.
Oh, this is wonderful.
So look out.
Yeah, of course. Of course, we're going to be talking about that and maybe bringing back Rodney and the V Spot to talk about the shows. But I'm sure that you have a lot of material because you've been writing, so you have material ready for a project.
Yes, I have.
So this is wonderful. So guys, look out for Rodney's music. Rodney's a musician of his own merit, of course, and he plays as well with me, with Ming, with Terry, with Ijo, a number of different people. But Rodney is, I mean, seriously, you need to check out Rodney's writing. It's wonderful, and we're looking forward to that project. So the question really was, what's next for you? So you basically answered it. Is that next? You're working on your CD and working on concerts.
Yeah, I'm working. I think this year I want to build my brand.
Right.
So I've been working with so much people. I think sometimes working with people, you can just get caught up playing and not really focusing on yourself. So I've been doing that for the last couple of years. So this year I want to take it on a little bit, just a little bit, and focus on Rodney Alexander.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful.
So I'm going to take a little time.
Anytime I call you for a gig and you tell me you're focusing on Rodney Alexander, it's a heavy big stone on the house, I tell you that.
I know that could have happened. For sure. When he give me the call, it's like, what did? Yeah, okay. That is it.
So let me say hi to some people. Hi Helen, hi Leslie, Rhonda Pacheco. Rhonda, where have you been, honey? I haven't seen or heard from you for a little while. Hi Lizanne. Before we wrap up, I'm sure you all have some questions. You all have questions for Rodney. I want to give you the opportunity to send in a couple of questions or words of encouragement to him before we leave. We'll probably play another song or 2 for you. I don't know, it depends on how he feels. But if you have questions for Rodney or vibes, say Tony, that you want to send for Rodney, kind of send it in now so that we can keep the energies up. Share the live, please share the live, guys. Let's get the message out. We want to provide a platform, and we want people to see. I mean, these are our musicians. This is our music. This is Rodney from Point. You understand? Doing wonderful things, and we want to get the message out. So please share the live, help us get the message out. So if you have questions or comments for Rodney, now is the time to send it in. Let's try to answer it. Ideally, let's try to answer the questions for Rodney. So again, I told you all my earrings by Daniel John from right down the hill in Vesney, Africa. Yeah, and the Twigs Natural. Don't forget Twigs Natural. Try that tea. You like the tea?
Yes, it's good. It's good. It's good.
You can take some.
Good.
You can take some when you leave it, because I didn't know you're the tea person at all.
I'm a tea person. Always look around my tumors.
So yeah, guys, send in your comments. Rodney, play some Tobago. What is Tobago?
Oh, right.
Ryan, what's the story behind that?
This is my newest song.
Right.
I did with Ijo.
Okay.
So look out for it. It's coming very soon. Very soon. Coming at you.
The name is Tobago. Okay, so we're looking out for Tobago.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Rodney, and blessings to you. That comes from Antoinette Jackson, also from Point Fortin. Send in your comments and your questions. If you only don't have no questions to Rodney,
no questions.
Only just be asking me questions to Rodney, and only have no questions to
Great.
Rodney. Come, Rodney's here. Send in your questions to Rodney. Send in your comments, your positive vibes to Rodney before we play a couple songs, because he needs to leave.
Yeah.
Okay, so send in your vibes. I'm waiting on you all to send in some energies and send in a couple questions. Maybe we could play something in the meanwhile. Play that one?
Yeah, we can play this one.
Hey Rachel, St. Vincent Antigua, where are you? Somebody says, go way to go Rodney, let 2019 be yours. Somebody from Point Alice said, I never knew Rodney could speak. Yeah, Alice, he just being like, he real kind of quiety, shy, yeah. Nah, but he good for himself. Bridget, hi. Guys, please share the live, let's get the message out. Let Rodney share his wonderful talent with as many people as possible. Guidance and blessings to you on your journey, says Lisa Hamilton, who's in Florida. And Antigua in the house, I wish. Your mommy was here a little earlier. I don't know if she got. It's your year, Rodney Alexander, says Christine Jan.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go. Blessings on your journey. You asked Rodney all the questions. Well, good, that means I'm a good interviewer, Burns. Caught up in no man's land, don't know where you stand. Pretty baby, that's where you are. Living in loneliness. Junior Byron.
Yeah. Hopefully.
For my CD, by Rodney Alexander, Crying's Easy Walk. So any all of you who are just joining us, please share the live. I guess you can get to go back and check it out after. Share the live. Any closing comments from you before we play that last song?
Look out, as I say, look out for Rodney 2019 this year. Working on some stuff.
Yeah. So look out for Rodney. We may have Rodney back again when his projects are closer to be released, but he's definitely working on his project this year, and you all need to come out and support, because of course it's local music, it's our stuff, is musicians doing the best that they could do, so we need to encourage them as much as we could. So we're almost done with the V-Spot. Thanks so much for your wonderful comments, all of you who joined us. Again, please share the live, help us to get the word out, help us to go a little further than maybe Vonette dining room that she converted to a little studio space here. If all you notice a little distraction is because them boys music and Isaiah up and down and whatnot, because we're home, so we're giving you it as real as possible. So thanks for joining us on the V-Spot. We're gonna end with Rodney's arrangement of this wonderful song too. So thank you guys for joining the V-Spot. Until next week.
No, I never could understand it, the way the system is. There's no hope, no chance, no loophole, no escape for a suffering man. 'Cause every time I get my head above water, trying to save myself from drowning, there's still an overnight scheme all worked out, designed to keep me down. Still I'm putting up a resistance. I'm gonna work it out. You know I'm putting up a resistance. I'm gonna work it out.
Yeah, Bridget, big song, right? Big song. I dance.
Blow and blow, blow and blow. I wanna stay up tonight. Wanna spend some time with my family. Staying home won't make it right. Sometimes the pressure make me feel like all out, when every sign says no way out. Breaking my back to make an overtime dollar that simply goes from hand to mouth. Still I'm putting up a resistance. I'm gonna work it out. You know I'm putting up a resistance. I'm gonna work it out. Still I'm putting up a resistance. I'm gonna work it out. You know I'm putting up a resistance. I'm gonna work it out.
That bass line is, the bass is the soul.
Oh, no, I never could understand it, the way the system goes. I don't know how they do it. There's only one way that things flow. 'Cause every time I get